Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put some of our own anchor text in, and we want to put our video embed code. And that's really easy. So what we're going to do is just copy this, and I'm going to put it in a notepad document. You can put it in Word, but it's going to show you all the spelling errors and everything else. So that's why I like to just put it here. So the first thing we're going to do is embed the YouTube video, and this is easy. Most of you probably know how to do this. You just go to share and you get the embed code. Now, if I wanted to get the video to show up in different places, I can do a larger spin on here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not overly concerned. But what I do like to do is I like to have the video kind of in the middle. And say if I was going to run 3 or 4 campaigns on this video, then I would put it here for this set. Then if I was going to run Money Robot or IFTT or something else, I'd put it down here. I would put it in different places. I don't just want it on the top and on the bottom. So for right now, if I drop this into Money Robot, every time it would spit my article out, the video would be in the middle. Now, what if I want to control the anchor text? Like I said, we have you can do your link for your video, but you may also want to do a social media account. You may want to do your Yelp account. And the anchor text you want to do for the secondary account may be different than what you want to do for the YouTube video. For example, if it's a Yelp account, you wouldn't necessarily want to say, YouTube video on gardening, right? Because it's not a YouTube video. Or, or if it's say a plumber, you wouldn't want to put YouTube video on plumber or Joe's Plumbing's video when it's actually the Yelp listing. So you can create your own anchor text, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to create the keywords you want spun. So the easiest way to do that is just put bracket and say I want bucket gardening. Let's do this since it's going to be in a sentence. You gotta spell it right. And then you put a line, right? And then you put something else. Right? And you get the idea. So here's a spin tax that I created. And I want you to just imagine if you're doing local client consulting, obviously you would do, if it's plumbing, San Diego plumber in San Diego, you might put some LSI keywords like unclog my drain, copper repipe. Then you'd put the URL, whatever it was it Yelp? And then here you might put Yelp listing. Check out the best San Diego plumbing. Check out their Yelp listing. And then you would put some branding keywords like Joe's Plumbing, or joesplumbing.com. And so you'd put all that in here. Now I'm just doing it with this just as an example. So how do we make this into a clickable anchor text? Well, we're going to use a little HTML code. So here's a simple string of code we're going to use. It's right here, and what I'll do is I'll have David put this underneath the video so you have it. So what you can do is right here, this first part in between these brackets, that's going to be your website or your web page, where you want the visitor to go, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my video, because this is where I want them to go, and I'm going to stick it right here, okay? And paste that. Now, here we want to put in our anchor text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply stick in my spun text right here, okay? And that's it. Now, when I stick this in and it creates the article, it should create a clickable anchor text. So let's go check it out. Now here's what I did is I just took that and I just put it under the video. I put video source, and then I put here, and so there'll be a clickable link, and it kind of makes everything I have in here will make sense next to video source. What you can also do is you can write a sentence. For more information, and then you could kind of fit in your anchor text and make everything fit. But for this demo, I'm just going to put video source. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. We're going to go back to Money Robot, and I'm going to just simply paste this in here. Okay. Now what I want to make sure I do is I want to make sure I take this title out, obviously, because put this title up here. All right, and then we want to preview article. Okay. And here we are, and there. So the clickable link is working. All right. Video source. There we go. It's in the middle, and that's it. So, I mean, we could change this up. A lot of times I'll put a sentence in here, but I just want to show you the idea of how you can kind of vary this up a little bit. So now with Money Robot, you can choose, right, no links per article. So say if I was going to do this, then I wouldn't put in a URL right here. I mean, I wouldn't put the money site in here, and I wouldn't even bother putting keywords in, because all my spin tags, everything's in there already. The way I use this is usually if I'm going to do 2 links, I'll have Money Robot do 1 link, and then my secondary link I'll put in this spin tags. And also the video, right? You can just stick the embed code in anywhere you want. You don't have to use this. This is just really a really easy way to stick it in, but it's just as easy to stick the embed code in the in your article, and you can stick it wherever you want. And so then you would just fill in the rest of your information, choose a diagram, hit run now, and you'd be off and running. Okay, so with Money Robot, it does a lot of things that, just push button, and they work. Okay, for the most part, they work really well. But there are some things that can be improved, and if you want to, this is what I'm going to show you what you can do. When Money Robot builds an article and puts your anchor text inside the article, it just sticks it in different places. Now this is good and bad. It gives you a contextual link, and every time it publishes the article, the link's in a different place. One of the problems is, though, that the sentence that the anchor text goes in doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. They just kind of drop that anchor in there. Also, the way it's set up right now, you can put your YouTube video either on the bottom or the top, but not in the middle. So what I'm going to just show you is, if you want to bring in your own article, how I do it, how I spin it, and then how I put my anchor text in, and how I put the YouTube video in. It's very simple. So for most of the things that I need, I use this website. It's called articlebuilder.net, and what it does is it spins some articles together, and it gets you, usually the articles are about 80%, 90% unique. I use this for applications like Money Robot. I use it for some of my tier 2 and tier 3 links. I don't use it for tier 1 links or money site or anything like that. What you do is you go in here and you pick whatever category that works for what you're doing. Now sometimes you're not going to have the exact category, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my other video on gardening, right? So I had one on bucket gardening. So I'm going to go to Home and Family, and there's a section for organic gardening. So we're going to click that. I have 2 choices here: super spun content and use expanded content. Now, if I clicked these 2, the article would be spun a lot. It would be unique, but it wouldn't read very well. So for this instance, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use super spun content. I'm going to do, let's say 500 words. Now I'm going to choose that I want 20 articles. Okay, and now we go to this advanced section. It uses spin rewriter. You don't need spin rewriter if you have this. It just uses it because the same guys that made spin rewriter created this articlebuilder.net. And what I do is I choose spin articles together. Okay, now there's all kinds of ways you can use this. I'm just again showing you a fast and easy way I use it. Then I go build my article. Okay, so now when we hit the button, we get to a point here where I have 20 articles that are spun together. So they were already spun for content, and then they were spun together. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that in spin rewriter, and I'm in step 3 here where it's so I can create an article from the spin tags, and I create a unique version. Now I have a unique version from these 20 articles that are spun together, but I'm not going to leave it there. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to rewrite this article again to make it even more unique. And start rewriting process. Now with Spin Rewriter, I come here to step 2. And then what I'm going to do, now if you go continue to final step, nothing's going to happen. So you have to rewrite it. And you have 3 choices. You have a very low spin, because it's very low readability, where medium works pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, you have to go here, and you have to say start, you have to press start one-click rewrite process. So I hit that, and now what's happening is Spin Rewriter is actually putting spin tags into this article. Okay, so now that we have this spin tags, we go down here, we go continue to final step. Now I'm at the final step, and here I have my article with all my spin tags in it. So then I simply say generate unique version. There. That's unique version. Now what I'm going to use is I'm going to put this in the Money Robot. Okay, this is the spin tags. This is the article that I'm going to use. But let's see how unique this article actually is. I simply go over to Copyscape, and we put it in, and we do premium search. Wow. So this article actually has no results. So it's 100% bring to Copyscape unique. Now, if I would have just taken this article and spun it from Article Builder, it wouldn't be 100% unique. So for example, let's try that. So we go here. We're going to select, okay, we're going to go say 500 words. I'm going to do super spun content, and I'm going to, that's it. I'm going to build my article, okay? So let's see where I'm at with this. Go to Copyscape. See? Now it is somewhat unique, but it's not 100% unique. And let's look, if we go to compare text, we can see it's 13%. Okay, which that's not bad. So that means, you know, this article is about 87% unique, which is probably would be fine. See, and then it gets down 6%. I just like to go this extra step because I just want to get it as unique as possible. Now, what if you have a subject that is not here in Article Builder? You know, then I'll go to iWriter, or I'll have somebody write an article for about $3, and then I spin it. But for the most part, I can find what I need in here. And if it's a video, you know, I may even, and I can't find any other options, and it's not really high competition, I may even use the Money Robot, you know, what they offer inside Money Robot.